Hello YouTube, welcome back to Cryptbeards Fortress 18. Potentially the last episode of this fortress. Not guaranteed, but potentially, because things are looking quite dire. Let's have a little look, shall we? I'll get rid of my face, it's distracting. And we'll have a little look around the fortress as it stands at the moment. I've had a quick peek in Dwarf Therapist. We now have 90 adult dwarves and 7 children dwarves. Children dwarves? Child dwarves. We have lost all but 2 of our nicknamed dwarves. Only Clay Cree and Rando 304 remain. Everybody else has died. Mostly due to climbing across this wall where we put the death pit and being fired upon by a series of goblins with crossbows over here. You can't see them. They're hidden by the stench of the corpses that surround their feet. This is an absolute bloodbath, except it was a bloodbath. It's now just a sort of rotten slop bath. It's progressed for that long. And God knows what's going on at the bottom of the pit. Let's have a little peek down here and see if... Yeah, it's a mess. It's a big old mess. There's lots of spikes. There's a couple of dead goblins, but it's mainly dwarf meat down there. Mainly dwarf meat, which is a tragedy, of course. Hello, Ocelot. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I'm just recapping on the dire situation the fortress is in, and dire it is indeed. We've got this here siege outside. Now, it's mostly beak dogs, but I think most of our trained fighters are dead. If I just go to the military screen quickly, we'll have a little peek. There's one person in there who's not even the commander. The turquoise ancients have 2 people left alive. The crypts of equivalents have 2 people left alive, which is weird because one of them was a vampire. God knows how he got beat up, and then we have nothing there. So a pitiful military presence, absolutely pitiful. And dwarves so apparently starved. Now this is all from musings in the Discord. I can't guarantee if this is true or not, but apparently dwarves only climb in fortress mode if they're starving. And even though we have a fairly substantial food stockpile, as I understand it, yeah, here, look, fairly substantial food stockpile, ellipsed around by my mouse, but apparently the people up here are starving and trying to climb out across the drawbridge or across the death pit, and hence being sniped by the crossbow goblins over here. So, I don't know what's going on there. They should be able to just trot downstairs, unless there's some kind of... Is there something on the stairs? Have I missed an ogre or something? An ogre? A troll? Ah. Okay, there's a lot of miasma there, which does indicate that something has died. So maybe they're too frightened to go down to the dining hall, he says in ever-increasing pitch. I mean, that's got to be a horrible way to go, right? You go, oh, I feel a bit hungry. Well, we can't go outside and grab any berries, so we'll go down the stairs. And we'll get ourselves a little bit of grub from the canteen. How does that sound? Yeah, let's go down there. The goblins won't get in. The gates are shut. It's fine. And those ones on the other side of the pit, they've got crossbows, but crossbows can't shoot through doors and round corners. That's insane. We can go down and grab some food. No problem. So they start heading down the stairs. And first thing they notice is a bit of a stink. What's this? That's not the canteen, is it? Oh, God, no. Please. Please tell me they're not cooking something awful. I want something nice. I want some kind of exquisite meal, not some kind of scrub tier meal. Anyway, they continue down a bit further, and then they start feeling a little bit of a stickiness to the soles of their boots. What's this? Look down. Oh, there's blood on the stairs. This isn't a good sign. A little further, suddenly the stench from the bodies is actually beginning to be thick enough to obscure vision. And now they're in a sort of misty, unpleasant miasma. Oh dear, what's all this? And then they get to the level of the stairs where it's been clogged with the corpses of fallen dwarves and a troll. I can imagine it. Sort of like a big wall of twisted limbs and protruding bones and dribbling effluvium. Effluvium? Is that a word? Effluvium? Effluvia? Effluent. You know, the stuff that comes out of things that have been left to, decompose for a while. It's gone very dark, hasn't it? It's gone very dark indeed. Maybe I should try and brighten things up a bit. Mind you, the fortress is, as I've said already, in pretty dire straits. Unpausing things is not going to bring sunshine and moonbeams. It's going to bring tears and blood, for sure. Miasma? Oh yeah, we've got a ton of miasma on the stairs, up here. It's pretty grim. It's pretty grim. you figured the closest food was actually over the bridge because of the way Dwarf Fortress does distance. That could be the case, Ocelot. Even so, isn't that food still inaccessible? Do they just go for the... I suppose they must do. Well, it's dwarven psychology, isn't it? Anything goes. You can never quite be sure what's happening, or what they're thinking, or why they're thinking it, or really if they're thinking at all, which, truthfully speaking, they're not, because they're not even conscious creatures. But whatever their little algorithmic brains are doing, it's hard to glean. So we'll unpause the game and we'll see what's happening quickly. Now, we've got our nasty boys out there, our little gobber-lobbos, but we do have a little incursion force already under the miasma, so it's pretty difficult to avoid this problem, because if they won't go downstairs into the food, and they insist on climbing over the sides of the pit to get food, which, fuck knows why they're doing that, the gates are all shut, I mean, we're kind of just grist for the mill, meat for the grinder. Goose for the gander? No, that's not right. That's the wrong idiom. If any game was going to cross the singularity, it would be Dwarf Fortress. That's true. But then imagine that. Suddenly, a game of Dwarf Fortress goes from being an amusing pastime, a little side jaunt in your day, and moves into the realm of being existential torture for creatures in another dimension. I mean, how would we feel if suddenly it was proven beyond a doubt that all of the things we experience in our fantasies and our games and our movies, all these worlds are created by the very act of making the work of art? If those things, by creating a portal into that world, you necessarily create the world on the other side of the portal, if that were true, I mean, how would that affect our consumption? Would it make our media more pleasant? Or would everyone go, fuck it, there's infinite universes, some of them have got to be shit, right? What happens? And in that instance, does a new universe get created every time somebody watches a different copy of the same thing? And if they're watching it on a medium like VHS, which starts to degrade over time, do these new worlds become degraded in the same way? It's getting a little bit existential, isn't it? Hello, Archimedes, you catch me in the moment of weirdness. I think I should probably stop doing that and let this unfold properly. Let's get our squads in. Really only see this working one way. I'm going to attempt to... I'm going to actually not have those guys. I'm not going to send the military in. I'm going to put the bridges down, see who comes in and see if we can catch anybody. In fact, I have an idea. I'm going to go to this lever. I'm going to add a new task. I'm going to say pull the lever. I'm going to say do it now. But I'm also going to say, repeat this task. And we'll see how this fares. This could be foolhardy in the extreme, or, I mean, it could work. It might work. It might destroy all the goblins in moments. But we'll see. This is a bit of a gamble, bit of a roll of the dice, bit of a flip of the coin. But we'll see how it plays out. I mean, this is only 8 minutes into the game. I'm probably going a bit hard a bit soon, but we'll see how it all pans out. It could be good. At this point, I'm thinking Tarn has just made a really dumb sentient AI. That's true. Imagine that. Imagine AI broke the sentience barrier, but then turned it out to be utterly fucking idiotic. Imagine that. That would be a bit of a twist, wouldn't it? AI, we create it to run our world, then it turns out it's a fuckwit, and we have to fix all the problems it creates. That could happen. That could be happening right now. We wouldn't even know. Maybe that explains... Actually, that explains a lot. Maybe the AI has already taken over, but it's just not very smart. You're right, actually, King of Goons. I see your comment there. George R.R. Martin would be arrested for war crimes. He probably would. Then again, I mean, although he is the creator of those wars, he didn't actually fight them. The people in them fought them, and, even if they have no free will, does the world continue after the story's finished? Oh my god. If the multiverse theory is true, all of this plus could be true. All of that musing could be absolutely 100% right. But there's no way to prove it right now. Anyway, drawbridge experiment. Let's begin. Resume. Let's see what happens here. And I'm expecting the drawbridges to go up and down at a fairly frequent interval, but we'll see how it works out. A lot of the dwarves are apparently very upset, very hungry, So maybe they're going to ignore the lever pulling. I don't know. Hello, Scientific Hooligan. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. We're seeing what happens. We're rolling the dice a bit. So that goes down. How long does it take for it to go back up again? A little longer than I feel comfortable with, to be honest. Although none of the goblins in the miasma moved forward, so they could well be dead. Maybe the miasma actually contains the corpses of all the goblins who attacked us before. I'm not sure, though. I'm seeing a lot of them here. Look, this little crowd here gathering up. We've got beat dogs down here with a couple of handlers, but this is the brunt of the goblin force. Where have all the trolls gone? Oh, there's a few mixed in here. I could have sworn they had more trolls with them before. Get on that drawbridge. These bastards are doomed no matter what now. That drawbridge is going, oh, and up they go. And I'm pretty sure they're going to come down, plop, plop, plop into that magma, which will be beautiful. Let's see what this announcement that's paused the game is. Oh, Toulon has begun a mysterious construction. Well, don't take too long. Da, 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 da. I'm allowed to make those jokes. I'm a dad. So, what are you fuckers doing? I mean, what are you actually doing? Why are you climbing over there? They stopped. They came back. Okay, now they've come back. But they're heading back out again, even though they're in a burrow. Why will you bastards not go? Oh, you... Well, let me just pause the game quickly. Let's go over to Dwarf Therapist and see how that's affected the numbers in the fortress. Let's have a little peek. Let's analyse. Let's do a little bit of mathematical thinking. So we previously had 90 adults and 7 dwarves. That little goof has cost us... Oh, we've now got 87 adults and 6 children. So we had a child die and 3 adults. Well done. Well done. And none of them will learn about it. None of them will remember. They'll all go, oh, the bridge is down again. We can go outside. This guy's climbing out. What is happening here? Why are you so bloody miserable? Pause. I've got to examine this dwarf's mind. Serol Shagog-Ficod. Furnace operator. Sorry, I've left you on the therapist, haven't I? I've left you on the wrong screen. I apologise. Let's head back over to Dwarf Fortress. I was looking at the numbers and I got a little bit distracted and went straight back again. So, here we are. What's happened here is I've put the thing down. And this lad here, there he is, see him? He stepped out over the void. Serol Shagog-Ficod, a furnace operator, and he's decided to go and do that. Why? Let's have a look at his mind. What can we see? Is it preferences? No, it's not it. It's not wounds. Z. 26 owned objects. Thoughts and preferences. Satisfied at work. Caring after giving somebody water. Disgusted after retching on miasma. Uneasy after seeing a troll's dead body. You know what? I've just had a bit of an epiphany. Okay. All the corpse stockpiles are outside, so they can't get the corpses out of the way to get rid of them. So, easy fix. We're going to put a corpse stockpile down by the adamantine spires. Clever boy, scoundrel. Well done. Pat on the head. Is this where we want to be? No. Is that a third adamantine spire? F6? Yeah, no, now this is our second adamantine spire right here. So, where have we got some space for corpses? This little room here doesn't look too bad, does it? If I go up, oh, we can put it in the caverns proper. That makes a bit more sense. I'll tell you what, that's what we're going to do. Let's put a corpse stockpile Y down here, and hopefully we'll clear out some of the mess, because some of those bodies are probably getting a little bit juicy about now. There we go. Maybe now they'll come and get some food. Let's unpause it. What are you lads up to, eh? What are you lads up to? Don't climb over the thing. Don't even go stand on the bridge. It's a trap. I mean, literally a trap. Actually a proper, genuine trap. 100% not a good thing to go near. What are you playing at? Look at these mad fuckers. Take your mug and get off the bridge. Nobody get on the bridge. Nobody get on the bridge. Everybody off the bridge. I mean, talking to them is futile. I should probably give them some sort of proper orders. That's it. Run away from the gobbos and then let a few in. And then the bridge goes up. The ones that were standing on that one go flying into the air and then plop back down into the magma. beautiful. And any that were in before, honestly, it's better. It's better. It's better when we've got a couple of goblins in here, because that makes people run away from the bridge and they stop climbing over. I know it didn't for a few of them, and they all sort of didn't care and fell like pincushions into the void, but, I mean, come on. Come on. Yeah, I put a little bit of love into the Dwarf Fortress scenes, Ocelot. So yeah, I'm kind of pleased with the way they've turned out. They're not perfect by any stretch, but they're looking a bit better. You never know. Once I might put a bit of love into the Hitman screens as well, because I've been getting into Hitman again a bit. I'm feeling a little bit of love for that game. Come on, are the goblins too suspicious now? They're not willing to... Oh, they can't. The bridge is up. That's down again. Come on. Charge into the smoke. Now you can't see if the bridge is up or down. Mind you, that's probably going to stop them charging whatsoever, isn't it? Come on. No, lads. No. What are you playing at? What is this mad game you insist on playing? Is this the hot new thing among the kids today? Is this how dwarven kids get their kicks? Risking life and limb? Climbing across pits with retracting bridges? You fuck-witted idiots. I really don't see what's happening. The only way to get rid of the siege is to do enough damage to them, if I understand it correctly. And the only way to do damage with them at the moment, or to them at the moment, is to do this sort of like flip them in the air and drop them in the magma thing. What the hell is this boy up here? A hamster man. Oh. Okay, that's it. Get back. Everybody back. I'm just going to quickly go to therapist myself. I'm not going to take you with me, and we'll do a refresh. We've now got... Oh, Jesus. 85. And every time a child dies, it seems like people are hell-bent on taking their children over this pit. It must be a really enticing proposition. Oh, fuck, we had another one go. Is anybody moving this? Okay, right, everybody, lever. Oh, no, stop removal. There we go, that cancels the orders. That should stay up now, right? The lever stays pulled, everything's fine. The goblins are stuck outside. People aren't climbing over the pit, which is good. Oh, they are. Someone's going for it. Let's pause this and let's check where our... Yeah, look, the... Oh, I turned the burrow off. I turned the burrow off, didn't I? Oh, fuck. Well, everything becomes clear all of a sudden. If I put them in the burrow, they'll all go, yeah, sure, I'll go down to the food area.
I'll go to the food court and get me food. I'm not interested in climbing over any pits.
Or at least that's the way I imagine it sounds. Maybe we should chuck some of these goddamn cages filled with animals into the pits. We've got no other real use for them. I mean, I could strip all their gear, but... we're hauling adamantine now. We're doing really good for adamantine. I wonder if... they are moving corpses down there, so that's good. So they're willing to leave the burrow to finish a corpse hauling stockpile job, apparently. Oh, wait, no, this guy's bringing bones back up. Do you see him? He's carrying bones back up to the surface. Maybe I turned the burrow on and it cancelled his job and he didn't put the bones down. And maybe now, forevermore, he'll be carrying a little pile of bones with him. Every time he walks past one of his friends, they'll be like, you still carrying those bones, mate? And he'll be like, yeah, I'm still carrying the bones. Why are you still carrying the bones, mate? Because, didn't know where to put them. I had to come back here and just, wait. Nah, that kind of thing. Possibly, I don't know how dwarves talk. We've got a little golden exclamation mark here. What's up with this little peasant here? What's up with you? Why are you so exclamation marky? Doesn't seem to be saying anything. Okay. I wonder when that mysterious construction will be finished as well. It could well be the last artifact. What the hell is going on here? Excuse me, I appear to have missed something. Fire rips through the goblin ranks. But why? Did I dump a load of goblins into the magma and then have them clamber out on fire and chase after their friends?
Help me! I'm dying! I'm being burned alive by liquid rock pouring over my skin.
Excuse me.
Please give me a hug before I die. I don't want to die alone.
It's possible. It's possible. I imagine goblins don't normally want to die alone. Oh, that's not just goblins. Those are my fruit trees. God damn it, this is going to impact the booze industry pretty dramatically. Still. Never mind. Never mind, it could be worse. We were expecting the fortress to fall. It's not like we were sitting here thinking this was an eternal establishment. It's gone down to 12 frames a second. A forest fire will do that for you. Let's go up a few levels. Whoa, hello. Toulon Ostatharush, the engraver, has created Nekut Stibma, Tolis Rungat, an obsidian figurine of Aesop Bookfirm. He offers it to the organised salves. Well, that's very nice, sir. If you wouldn't mind, I would like to take a little look at that, see what it's like. Here it is. Secret Shores, the Top of Skunks. Oh, why not? 399,600. It's a biggie. It's worth a bit of money. Oh, and it's got a lot of text. This is an obsidian figurine of Aesop Bookfirm. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. The item is a masterfully designed image of Aesop Bookfirm, the dwarf and dwarves in obsidian by Toulon Ostatharush. Aesop Bookfern is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Aesop Bookfern to the position of Baron of the Jade Helm in 578. It is encrusted with oval schist cabochons, decorated with naked moldog bone and cow leather, and encircled with bands of cushion-cut yellow zircons and naked moldog leather. This object menaces with spikes of adamantine. On the item is an image of Nish Fountain Squashed, the dwarf and dwarves in obsidian. Nish Fountain Squashed is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the rise of the dwarf Nish Fountain Squashed as an enemy of the Jade Helm in 212, during the rampage of the dwarf Nish Fountain Squashed in Golden Aqua. On the item is an image of Zem Lucknobles, the dwarf and dwarves in Gabbro. Zem Lucknobles is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Zem Lucknobles to the position of the Queen of the Jade Helm in 837. On the item is an image of dwarves in naked moldog leather. The dwarves are labouring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Carnage Girder, by the organised salves of the Jade Helm in the early spring of 1050. On the item is an image of an oval cabochon in naked moldog bone. Isn't that nice? Amazing. Well, let's see if that's the last one. Oh, hello. Pressed the wrong button there. Let's see if that's the last one that gets made. Hopefully not. Hopefully good stuff will happen right now, but I don't know. With fire ripping through the overlands, and frankly, not much hope of getting rid of these gobos, I'm wondering what's in the future for this fortress. We've got a lot of people down here with booze and food, but not very happy. I'll tell you what, shall I check that? Do we actually have food? Apparently. Oh, the booze situation is a bit weak. But we've got a lot of meat, fish / other. Still plenty of stuff. We've even got tapir cheese left. And who doesn't love a bit of tapir cheese? I know I do. Well, let's have another crack with the bridge. See if we can lure some... Oh. The Hillocks of Granite Orders has been founded a day's travel to the northwest and incorporated into your holdings. That's great to hear, but I don't know what they're thinking, signing on that one.
Yeah, we would like to become part of your civilization.
What, the one surrounded by goblins?
That's right, yes, we want to be surrounded by goblins.
Why?
We have suicidal sexual urges towards goblins. The whole community was founded on that foundation, and therefore we feel like it would be to our benefit to be surrounded.
Hello, Fuzzy Logic. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Where was I? Oh yes, I was going to pull the lever, wasn't I? That's add another task. Pull the lever. Do it now. There we go. All right, let's let that down, and then we'll try and hold till the last moment. What with the forest fire bringing the frame rate down, I feel like I might have a better chance to react to things. I might have an opportunity to react. The order's there for the lever to be pulled, but everybody seems too miserable to actually do the deed. Here comes somebody. Is that it? That's it. The lever's been pulled. The bridge should come down momentarily, although at 13 frames a second. Who knows when that will actually happen? And then hopefully we'll get some beat dogs rushing in. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Lovely little beat dogs coming onto our bridge, getting dropped into the pit or the lava. How do I add this world-building mod? What world-building mod is that? I'm unfamiliar. To be honest, I don't really know Dwarf Fortress mods very well. I'm very much a user of the Lazy Noob pack. Excuse my sniffling. I like the Nazy Lube. The Nazy Lube pack to make your nose so slippery you'll never be able to get anything. No, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I use the Lazy Noob pack because it's just nice and easy. You set it up, load it, pick a tile set, bosh, you're off. You're off to the races. To be honest, I was getting pretty fruity this one when I decided to edit the raws, but apparently I did it wrong. I beansed it in the most egregious way. That bridge still hasn't gone down. Uh-oh. Does it still work? Oh, 9 frames a second. Okay, the fire's spreading. We're definitely not going to have any fruit trees left. Look at this. It's scorched earth out there. Nothing but vomit and ash. Ashes and vomit. The smell must be incredible. Maybe that'll get rid of the goblins. They all seem pretty alarmed. What's this blue exclamation mark? Is that thirst? Well, can't drink smoke. Or can you? I don't know. I've never tried, but maybe it's possible. Damn, I'm starting to wish we had a fire break now. Just a few, lines of trees cut away. This is ridiculous. Hello, Tom and Pug Gaming. Did my lava moat cause the fire? Now, probably, but we don't actually have any guarantee of that. You see, the thing is, the reason I say probably is because we had goblins crossing the bridge. I flipped them in the air with the full expectation that they would come down and land in the magma, which is actually quite deep. There's a whole Z level between the surface of the magma and the surface of the ground, so I didn't think we'd get any splash, but apparently we have. Or, I hypothesised that maybe a goblin covered in magma climbed out before being fully crisped, and then started chasing after its friends for hugs, and set the fire that way. I'm not sure. Could be, maybe not. You might need to make a fire break at this point. Science, it's a little late for a fire break now. Look, the goblin siege is outside. Most of our dwarves have killed themselves by, well, I was going to say flinging themselves into the pit, but that's an exaggeration. It was more of a desperate plummet as they tried to climb across the pit, but got hit by crossbow bolts from goblins. I mean, from such amazing beginnings, this fortress really has turned into a shit show incredibly rapidly. I'm impressed. Everyone's starving and dehydrated. This is not a good sign. I mean, realistically, the only option is to get rid of this goddamn siege. However, it's just not happening. At 15 frames a second, can we even rely on the mechanism of the bridges to do its job? We'll see. I mean, we've pulled the lever. It should be going down at some point. And part of me is tempted, because it's taken so long, just to immediately flip it back. But I know we won't catch any gobbos if we do that. So we'll give it a little bit of a rest moment. We'll let them come in. And then bingo, bango bongo, up goes the bridge. Plop go a few into the magma. And hopefully some go... and hit the bottom. That would be ideal. Very pleasant. The one that gets you suicidal. Goblinophiliac cultists. Plug my brain into Dwarf Fortress. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Imagine being able to enter Dwarf Fortress like the Matrix. One of those. I didn't realise until recently, but there's a name for it. It's a genre. The genre of not just anime, but particularly in anime, when someone goes to another world, like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, ReZero, Log Horizon, Sword Art Online, all those games. Apparently, things. Apparently, there's a name for the genre. I love that genre. Just imagine going into Dwarf Fortress like that. It would be fucking awful. The first thing you'd be thinking is like, oh, shit. What biome am I in? Please don't let this be a haunted biome. That's the last thing I need. I'd be off to find the joyous biome. Lickety-split. I'd be looking for those unicorns and going, now this is some prime territory. I'll hang out here with chipmunks and unicorns while everybody else worries about the goblins and the necromancers. Fuck necromancers. I hate them. Not as much as I hate elves, though. I just dislike necromancers on a sort of level of what they do. I am vehemently racist against elves. I hate them for what they are. I've got no truck for them. No time whatsoever. Jesus, this is going to take forever. Although looking at it, we do have a few stumps left. So some of the trees have survived this raging fire. It's just their leaves that have gone. Okay, it's not looking as bad as I thought. I mean, we're probably not going to get any fruit off those trees. Where is the siege as well? The siege appears to have moved on, doesn't it? They haven't all bundled into the miasma tunnel. No, they can't have them there. Are they running away from the fire? I'm not seeing them around the perimeter of the fire, so that's probably not the case. Or are they deliberately spreading it? Are they inside the smoke, picking up little bits of kindling and tinder and putting it down on the stuff that's not yet on fire? No, they're all waiting over the top of my fortress. Okay.
Fair enough.
If that is where you wish to lurk, then lurk there you shall. Lurk there you shall, sirs. Matrix is 20 years old next month. Whew. If we recover, then a firebreak is a must, but I am not looking at this with massive optimism. I mean, once that fire's gone, great, fantastic. No more issues with the frame rate. Well, I say no more issues with the frame rate. Fewer frame rate issues. But we still got to deal with the damn goblins, who don't appear to have been fazed by the fire at all. They are like literally givers of zero fucks right now. We even got this second front of fire here coming down. Did my lava moat start the fire, or was this deliberate goblin tactics, I wonder? Because that is, I find it, mind you, if they got flipped up in the air by the drawbridge and then just landed in the magma from significantly high up, I suppose that could make it splash, right? I don't really know how splash mechanics work in Dwarf Fortress. Is there even a splash mechanic, a splash physics? I mean, it seems like the kind of thing that would probably be in Dwarf Fortress, but is it? Is it? That's the question. My God, this bridge isn't going down, is it? Everybody's just sitting there slowly starving, and the single mechanism we have for dealing with these goblins is remaining completely immobile. Come on, boys. Get that damn drawbridge down. Oh, look. There's a bard fallen into the magma. Why is he not dead? Deduck the bard. Let's look at his wounds. No, he's fine. Deduck Machine Twilights. How come you can sit here in the magma, happy as Larry, giving no fucks whatsoever? How is that possible? Maybe it's just got a really bad heat transfer rate. Maybe he's clinging onto the walls with his knuckles, with his fingers, white knuckle style, waiting for that goblin to walk away into the smoke. They do appear to be coming back. Don't tell me I've broken my goddamn drawbridge. That would be difficult to deal with. And, well, no, actually, it could be quite simple to fix it, to be honest. Right, pull the lever now. Pop it down. Come on. Let's get this bridge down, get some of these gobos and beak dogs on it, and then start flinging them, because we've got to do enough damage to get rid of them. And then once we've got rid of them, we can start thinking about the possibility of recovery. No one's going to pull that switch, are they? Oh, somebody's coming. What's this lad so fucked up about? Oh, his left upper leg is broken. Well, I can't do anything about that. Not only do I not have enough dwarves to spare to haul him, that's a lie, I've got 18 idlers. I don't actually have a hospital, that's a more pressing concern. Okay, waiting, patience. Do not go out there, dwarves. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Oh, hello. It's down, yeah, it's good. Maybe the guy hanging out in the moat did make the fire. Maybe he's chucking up little lumps of ember, like picking them up with tongs and flicking them out over the edge. Pyro. I wouldn't have it in Rimworld, and if I can find them in Dwarf Fortress, I'll boot them out here as well. Bloody pyros. Oh, hello, we've got some movement. The trolls are on the bridge. Time to pull the lever again, please. Somebody get up there as quickly as possible. With great alacrity. Anybody, the trolls are on the bridge. Come on, lads. He's already through. There's no way we're not getting this troll inside. There's absolutely no way. We're going to have to send out the military. What little remains of it. A, B, C. I want you to K, attack. And I think it's important that you kill the creature at my cursor. This troll here. Bang. We might have to turn this into a Cryptbeards rush, but we can't do that with the guys out here. That's insane. People. Pull the lever now. Oh my god, now would be perfect. Come on, somebody get up there. Pull that lever. Oh, the lever's been pulled. Has it been pulled? It's not been pulled. Come on, somebody get up there and pull the lever, otherwise we're all fucked. Quick. Anybody. The troll's in. Troll's sailed past the traps. Doesn't give a shit. What's this little blue pile of whatnot? A pool of troll blood. Nice. Immediate. Somebody pull the lever. Somebody pull that fucking lever. Come on. Anybody pull the lever. Oh. Please, we've got 2 trolls in now. Just somebody pull the lever as a matter of fucking national emergency. The goblin horde are coming. Oh, pull it. Yes. Oh, how many did we get? Let's have a little look. Excuse my orgasmic outburst there. Not that many. I don't think we got that many gobos. Okay, well, I'm disappointed by that for sure. And if any of them are walking out of that tunnel, they bloody well are. Look at them. Walking out of the tunnel like it ain't no thing. Let's look at their wounds. Can we look at their wounds? Enter. Oh, we can't. Okay. Well, that was exceedingly disappointing. However, the ones that plopped into the old magma, lovely. Absolutely lovely. And we do have a couple here trapped, but I fear to do the move again. It could be a bit of a problem. A long retractable bridge might be able to kill more. Well, you see here we have a pit that has a retractable bridge on it. This is a lifty one because I wanted the wall. Basically, I didn't put enough thought into my drawbridge system. I mean, I could have done a lot more with this. Independent levers for each drawbridge would be good. An area where they would have to stand on the drawbridge to get in, that would be good. I mean, so many issues. The next fortress is definitely going to have much more elaborate and well thought out videos, I think. Videos? Traps. I'm going to be spending much more time thinking about that, because this time, although the military thing went a bit weird, what is going on here? Are they climbing down the pit to get out? They bloody well are. They're climbing down the walls to escape. Well, I never. I wasn't expecting that. Well, the only way they can get out there is here, so it's not a major issue if they all start climbing down. I'd quite like it if they all started falling down. That would be very nice. It looks like the trolls have been captured in cage traps. That's good. I'm just going to head over to the therapist. We had 85 adults and 5 children at the last head count. I'm just going to check how the trolls we've got 79 adults and 5 children. At least this time, no children died. Now that's the important thing. Normally, lots of children die, but not this time. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, thank you for posting me in the Kit Fox Dwarf Fortress Discord again, Clinadov. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So what are we doing now? What's the plan here? Because I don't really see a safe way out here. I mean, can we kill enough of these goblins using the bridge trick? Because this seems very, very dangerous. The amount of time it takes for the things to go up and down. Holy Mother of Moly. Top left. Look. The siege is over. Oh my god. We need some suitable music for this moment. Something to really make us appreciate the level of beauty in the moment. Let me see if I've got anything. Let me see if I've got anything here that will rouse the troops and get everybody in the mood. I'm going to go for... What's this? That doesn't really have it, does it? Nah. We'll look for music another time. I don't think we have the appropriate stuff queued up, so it's going to take forever. I may as well pull the lever then. They're going to run, right? They're going to run when we pull the lever, right? Add new task. Pull the lever. Boom. Everybody going to fuck off? Goblins going to go home? Goblins go home. Goblins go home. Do not try and cross into my... Yeah, look at them run. Look at them go. Beautiful. Oh, hang on. This one doesn't seem to have got the hint. He's off. He's off. Right, well, in that case, I think we can take the civilian alert off. Bang. And everyone can get back to doing whatever jobs they were doing before they became emaciated little troglodytes.
Food. Dwarven gods, please provide nourishment for our tiny bellies. We are starving.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we may well have upset them enough just to end up with a psychotic spiral. Yep, dehydrated people abound. Angry people abound. I believe the red downward arrow is mood, is it not? Or is it hunger? I'm not sure. How's the fire going? Oh, would you look at that? It's nearly burned out. Is there anything we can do with ash? I'm sure we can make something with ash, but I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to use these kind of numbers. A Mulmarian parchment scroll. The Goblin Explained. It's worth 420. Let's have a little look at this. This is a Mulmarian parchment scroll. The rollers are made from diorite. Written on the item is an essay entitled The Goblin Explained, authored by Nako Twighate. Twighate. It concerns the apprenticeship of the goblin Nako Twighate under the goblin Ramul Rhymesmoke in the late spring of 975. The writing is stunningly self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. They're always amateurish at best, aren't they? Always amateurish. Microscopy, now there's a song. Okay, we are going to put a little celebratory song on. Bear with me. In fact, I'm going to do a whole goddamn video. I'm going to go nuts. Bear with me, everybody. Not that video. This video. Yay!
Microscope, microscopy, microscope, microscopy, 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 microscope.
There we go. It's not really appropriate, but it seems somewhat triumphant in its tone, so I'll take it. I'll take it. That's what it is, Tom and Pug Gaming. The goblins have seen the magma. They've seen what it can do if you land on it from a great height, and they've wisely chosen to flee. God knows what all these dwarves are doing out here. Probably just looking for food amongst the ashes. God knows what they'll find, though, because There are a few trees left, and some of them in the fruit gathering area, so it's possible. It's possible they'll find some food out here, but it does feel like a bit of a food errand, a fool's errand, I was going to say. Someone got interrupted by a goblin. Why are there goblins still on the damn map? Good grief. They're supposed to be buggering off. Where are they? Where are you? I don't see any up here. But no? Huh. Maybe there's... Interrupted by a goblin recruit. So... this one. Let's zoom to that. Where is that? It's... Oh! Right here in the entryway. Oh my god. Apparently there's a goblin recruit here somewhere. He must not quite be dead. Maybe he's wounded or something? I don't see him. Everyone seems to be ignoring him, broadly speaking, just charging out to the tavern, which no longer has tables or chairs, just piles of wood where the tables and chairs used to be. I noticed most of the dwarves going to the tavern are making a beeline for the drinks. It makes sense. It makes sense. Now, I don't see him in there, Clay Cree. I don't see him in the inn. But apparently we're getting goblin issues here. Here. There's another one being interrupted by a goblin recruit. Interrupted by a big dog. Here. This spot here. There are no big dogs here. Nothing but piles of vomit and peach leaves. And peaches. If you... They're so hungry. They're coming out of the fortress and just sifting through the vomit and the ash and going, oh, here's a peach. Yum, 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 yum. And the problem with the peach, of course, is once you've vomited on a peach, that thing's got like, fur. It's got like a velvety thing. You're not getting that vomit off. There's always going to be a slight little hum of the old sickaroo. It's never going away. Then again, I suppose you can peel a peach, can't you? And you're not losing much. I mean, I like to eat the peach skin. Not if it's covered in vomit, obviously. I mean, ultimately, I suppose it will end up being covered in unregurgitated vomit as soon as it's in your guts. So it's really only going to affect the flavour rather than the nutritional value. Then again, probably quite a strong vector for infection. I imagine you probably run the risk of getting fairly sick fairly easily if you start eating other people's sick. Who knows? Who knows? It's the next level of internet depravity. I've seen all manner of stuff involving poop and wee-wee, but... I really see people... Oh, God, where was I going with that? Honestly, I've defiled myself and your ears. I apologise. That's not true. I don't apologise. If you've been here before, you know where this is heading. It never goes anywhere good. It's always just dreadful. Dreadful stream. Oh, God. Okay, let's have a look at this. The Forgotten Beast Tithleth has come, a huge iguanodont with lidless eyes. It has 3 long hanging tails, and it appears to be emaciated. Its taupe grey scales are round and overlapping. Beware its webs. Well, realistically, we only have one option to respond to this beast if it becomes aggressive, which I'm expecting. If it becomes aggressive, then we can only do a Cryptbeards rush because our military forces have been, well, more than decimated. They've been almost entirely wiped out. It's not quite 1 in 10. It was 1 in... Decimation is killing 1 in 10, isn't it? It's not killing 10 in... Or, no, you can't kill 10 in 1. That's insane. Not without some seriously convoluted mathematics. 9 in 1. It's definitely 10. Your army would be pretty shit if every time it failed you killed 90% of the people in it. That would be mad. And more to the point, who are you going to get to do it? There's not going to be enough people going around by the end of it. It's going to have to cut their own heads off, and I don't think people are going to go for that. I don't think they are. I think they're probably going to say, whoa, what's this? Cut my own head off. Are you fucking crazy? I'm mutiny. Except we're not on a boat, so instead I'm rebelling. There you go. So let me quickly catch up with chat here. Saw something on the tavern roof. That's possible. That's possible. The vomit definition sounds like a magma lava thing. That's true. That's true. Our unregurgitated vomit has the same sort of qualities as mag. Oh God, we're back here again. Let me stop talking about sick because we spend too much time in the brown place, and we need to head away from the brown place. We need to find ourselves some new territories out of the corners of the triangle of Twitch trouble. We want to stay away from the pink corner, we want to stay away from the brown corner, and we want to stay away from the dark corner. I mean, what's to be gained? What is to be gained, honestly, other than a few cheap chuckles? Mind you, then again, why is anybody here other than a few cheap chuckles? Let's follow the Forgotten Beast and see what happens. Let's follow him. That's right. You swim around in the cave water. Don't do anything, just wander off the edge of the screen, why don't you? Indeed. Let me phrase it another way. Fuck off. Piss off. Get out of here. Scoot. Scram. Scat. Shazam. That doesn't mean the same thing at all. I only said that because I was thinking about the film. I haven't watched it yet, but I am going to soon. I saw Endgame. It's alright. It's not brilliant, but it's alright. It's alright. Kind of spectacular. That's all you really want out of a Marvel film, isn't it? Oh, pardon me. Yawning away. That's not a subtle backhanded critique. That's not some meta commentary on Avengers Endgame. That's just me being tired. It's 10 past midnight. God damn it. 10 past midnight. I'm allowed to yawn a bit. I'm allowed to have a little bit of a yawn. He's going off the edge. And no. Not in. Yeah. Bye-bye. Don't come back now. There we go. We should get a notification if they do come back. Okay. Well, seeing as all this has now calmed down and things are nowhere near as bad as they were, I am going to... What the hell is this? It's a Kia. I hate Kias. All right, let's go over to the therapist and take a look at what's going on. Let's have a little stock take on our dwarves. So, from the last time, we had 79 adults, 5 children. We now have 78 adults and 5 children. Both of the namies have survived, Clay Cree and Rando 304, still ticking, still kicking. And we have 81 with no nicknames. The happiness levels in the fortress are pretty rough. We have 3 ecstatic dwarves. Admittedly, this is a bit of a worrying ecstasy because the first thing it says here for Imush is, within the last week she felt nothing after seeing a dead body 20 times. Nothing while in conflict. Uneasiness after seeing a dead body 45 times. Interest seeing a fine door. Some personality issues there. Yeah, these people have been seeing dead bodies all over the place, but they're still holding it together. Whereas quite rapidly we move down here to the just happy people. These people are fine. And then we get down to here, which is unhappy people. And this lad's gone crazy. Very unhappy. Very unhappy. And we've got an even brighter red. Miserable. And then who's our most unhappy person? Tobal Letmozudit. He is our least happy person, and he is a mechanic. Doesn't impress me. Right, let's see how many miners we have left alive. Well, we've got Rando, and that's about it. How many carpenters? None. Boas? Oh, we've got a boa. Woodcutters. Not that we have any real trees left, it's mainly just ashes. Woodcrafters. Nope. Oh yeah, we've got some woodcrafters. Don't panic, Scoundrel. We've got 2 pretty good ones. Masons. Oh, a good mason died. Oh, Perry. How about stone detailers? Oh, we got stone detailers coming out of our arsehole. But only one of them's any good. Stone crafting? We got a few good people at stone crafting. This one, as Agaban, my goodness, very good. Level 18. Animal carers? I doubt we have many animals that aren't just living in battery chicken farms anymore. Let's ignore all that crap. We got any gelders? Of course we've got gelders. There's always gelders. You never run out of gelders. We've got 1 diagnostician, a few surgeons, bone setters, suturers, wound dressers. Medically we're covered, apart from the hospital. We don't have a hospital. Farmers, still got our farmers. Soap makers, don't care. Wood burning, bit irrelevant now. We appear to have created enough ash to last us a lifetime. These are all boring. Actually, how about... No, that's not milking. Milking's elsewhere. Plant gatherers? Meh, not many people very good at that. Plant processors? None. How about our brewers? Still got a few of those. Oh, we've got a very good cook. Look at this. A legendary +5 cook. Very nice. If you smooth stone, can it still be climbed by goblins? I don't know. That sounds like the kind of thing that might affect it, to be honest. It does sound like the kind of thing it might be worth doing. Although, I mean, this fortress already feels very tenuous. I don't know if it'll be happening in this one. Maybe the next. We'll see. We've got a butcher, we've got a tanner, we've got a leather worker, bone carvers, fishermen. Of course, we've got fisher dwarves. All they care about is fishing, most dwarves, it would seem. Furnace operators, we've only got 2 of those left. 1 weaponsmith, 1 armour smith, 1 blacksmith, and 3 metal crafters. Gem cutters still alive. Glassmaker, didn't even know we had a glassmaker. Shearers and spinning, that's covered. Weaving's covered. Clothes making's covered. Dyeing, we've got someone who can do it, but pottery, glazing, mechanics. Okay, we've got most stuff covered. We've even got a beekeeper and a waxworker. Amazing. Oh, so well, that's a little bit of a look at what we still have. I mean, where do we take this now? What's the deal? How do we recover from this kind of a beating? We've lost more than half the fortress's population. I mean, nearly all of the ones that were named by viewers. I mean, and that was quite a few dwarves, to be honest. Or was it? No, it was less than 20. Still, though, around 20 is a bad number of deaths. Let's unpause the action and see if things get any better. I'm going to check out the food stockpile. Seeds, fish. Okay, we still have food, just not very much. Hopefully, a trade caravan will turn up. That would make things much better. I'm not sure that will happen anytime soon. Especially with the fires. Have they burned out yet? Has it all gone off the edge? It has. That probably explains the 33 frames a second we're getting. It seemed high. We've got a lot of troll blood over here. I've got the tavern. Look at this. Proper blood spillage. A real mess. What's this guy? Oh, it's Kias. The tavern just has Kias in it now. Still. Could be worse. Could have trolls in it. Could have lots and lots of trolls in it. I definitely think I need to give up on this cage trap malarkey and start using more lethal stuff. I'm admiring Krug Smash's spike corridor and thinking, yeah, that seems like the kind of thing I should do, right? A nice spike corridor to jab up our enemies. Give them what for? Hurt them. Hurt them as much as possible. Indeed, kill where possible. What's this thing here, this little N-shaped thing? Naked Moldog corpse. Okay, sure. Why not? I'll allow it. Naked Moldogs are perfectly acceptable, alive or dead, to be honest. I'll take it either way. Interesting creatures in real life, naked Moldogs, aren't they? They're immune to cancer, aren't they? They don't really get any kind of sort of weird diseases in that kind of category. Or am I thinking of a different animal? Is it the star-nosed mole? I'm pretty sure it's the naked Moldog. Don't take my word for that, though. You may want to Google that. And even then, they're also eusocial. They're the only eusocial mammal, in fact. Eusocial, does that mean like a hive kind of thing? Excuse me, just enjoying a big gulp of water there. Does eusocial mean like organised like bees and ants? Or am I getting that wildly wrong? Huh. Incredible. Do they have a queen naked mole rat? Is like a huge fat one just constantly popping out tiny little babies? Little tiny blind baby dogs. Baby dogs? Baby mole dogs. Naked mole dogs. Are there non-naked mole dogs? Seems weird that they specify the nudity if there is no... Well, I'm assuming it's hairy rather than clothed. But maybe they call it a clothed mole dog. I bet an actual mole dog is probably a dog that's been trained to attack moles. It would make sense. Like a rat dog and a bulldog. Jack Russells, they're like for attacking rats and that, aren't they? Getting rid of them. Send them down rat holes. That's why they're long and thin and yappy. Well, so far so quiet. Everybody seems happy to keep trotting around. I mean, it's going to be a while before we clean up any of this mess. I mean, the bodies are everywhere. I keep saying, what is wrong with me? Can't stop saying it. I mean, like, yeah. Wiener dogs are ratting dogs, actually. They're super good at it. I bet they are, whizzing through the little holes like that. Long and thin. They're like a Dachshund. Dachshund! Ja, meine Dachshund is long und short. Don't know why I said it that way. That was possibly a bit racist. Oh dear. I might need correcting. What are they going at? Are they actually picking up all the ashes? Have the ashes started to soak up all the vomit they've left up out here, and then now they're sort of picking out like cat litter and cleaning the surface? It feels like that might be the case. Ashes and vomit, pile of vomit. No, it appears that they're picking up the ash, but somehow leaving the vomit. Apple and pear leaves. Obsidian pebbles. Yeah, it's very vomity up here. I'm surprised the goblins hang around for so long. I would certainly think, do we really want to rob this place? I mean, we're coming to raid it and take all their shit, but look at this. Outside the fortress is just a massive mire of vomit. Are we going to get anything worthwhile out of this? Or is everything we steal going to absolutely stink forever and never be able to be displayed or used anywhere? It's probably best to leave them be, right? I'm pretty sure I would, maybe we should try and fill a moat with vomit. Ooh, is there any way that we can... Can we collect up vomit and dump it somewhere? That would probably deter most intruders, right? Having to go over a little moat of vomit before entering into the fortress proper. Or maybe we could even get one of those sort of waterfall devices to pump the vomit up into the top of the fortress and mist all the goblins outside. Or elves. Do it to elven traders, that would be fun. If a bit stinky. We do have to let them in as far as the trading post at least, so maybe that's not the best idea. Oh god, here we go with the saving again. Come on, Dwarf Fortress. Must you take this long? Must you? Is it a requirement? Come on. Your frame rate is slow enough without these saving pauses. Oh, pardon me. Oh, I'm kind of at a loss at how to even begin to get this all fixed up. I mean, the ashes thing is never going to happen. That's going to be out there forever. We are now living in a vomity ash wasteland with a few trees. We'll probably still be able to get fruit and plants and whatnot, but still. They seem to be carrying a ton of food up here and then just dumping it. Prickleberries, radish plants. So we've got actually quite a bit of food up here. Oh, hello, we've got a tantrum. I'm almost certain this is the tip of a spiral. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to leave you watching this for a second. I'm going to go over to Dwarf Therapist on my own, do a quick read, and look at the happiness levels. Yeah. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tantruming dwarves. We have 27 dwarves with the worst possible moods. We have... How many are just merely unhappy? Let's have a look. Currently have... Why can I not suddenly highlight these as a group? Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 unhappy dwarves. And the rest of them are okay, which accounts for... How many dwarves? 34. Okay, so the largest number of dwarves are relatively happy. But there are a lot of very miserable dwarves knocking around. And not just knocking around, they're knocking heads as well. They're getting angry. Is this one a moody dwarf? Hello. The hillocks of Ship Confused has been found in a day's travel to the northwest and incorporated into your holdings. What is this? Why are people suddenly flooding towards the vomit and ashes? Have they heard it's some great place to live? Oh, the streets are paved with vomit and ashes fall from the sky like rain. I mean, it's simply divine. You have to see it. I mean, we've got a little place down in the bottom. It's fantastic. A little place down in the bottom. Man, I very nearly sang a variation on the Littlest Hobo theme that was fucking bad. I could have got into serious trouble for singing that, but thankfully I restrained myself. I managed to catch myself and prevent any kind of pun-based mishap that would destroy the stream forever. Well done, me. Congratulations, scoundrel. Have a little sip of drink to congratulate yourself. Very nice. I've got a terrible sort of, I think it's a cyst on my face, and it's killing me. It really hurts, and I've got one under my beard as well, just sort of below it, that is also really painful. It's making my whole jaw sort of tender and feel bruised. And every now and again, get it in the right place, and it sort of goes a little bit numb around where it is, because I've bloody messed with it, haven't I? What an idiot. Should leave them alone, just let them go away on their own. Still. Lesson not learned. I'll do it again. The tavern keeper is dehydrated. Well, that's a very bad sign. I mean, he's almost the opposite of the canary in the coal mine. Once you realise that the tavern keeper is dehydrated, it's the end of days. There's not really much you can do. The canary in the tavern would probably be what? Like, I suppose, I was going to say an alcoholic, but technically all dwarves are congenital alcoholics, so realistically, there's not much we can use to differentiate. There is no canary in the dwarven booze mine. It's just straight up dwarves all the way. Did that even make sense? I'm not entirely certain I made sense saying that. Oh, excuse me. So many yawns. I really should have started earlier, shouldn't I? I really should have started earlier. And here we are now. What time is it? 25 past midnight. I mean, obviously, local time here. It could be any old time where you are. Well, I suppose probably it's most likely to only be in hour increments ahead or behind, isn't it? Realistically, it's not going to be 1:45 anywhere in the world at the moment, because that's not how time zones are done. Although, if you just divide it up and had, instead of a set of time zones, a time continuum, would that be workable? Could we do that? I feel like it would be difficult, because shorter distances would have different times. You'd be surprised, says Fuzzy Logic, about time zones. Oh, actually, I think I've watched a video on time zones, and how Tom Scott video on how there's a lot of chicanery. The lines move around. China only uses one time zone, etc., etc. So yeah, maybe they're not all lined up in hour-long increments. India is on half hour. Oh. Intriguing. I wonder why that is. Is it just the way the time zones line up in India? India's pretty damn big. I reckon they've probably got more than one time zone, right? A place on the quarter hour. They were just taking the piss, though. They must have been like, well, you got to choose what time zone we're in. And then somebody on the island was like, no, I'm not choosing. We're just going to do whatever. That's the way it works, isn't it? People just disagree and won't work together. Always the way. Much like these dwarves here, who must be doing something, because they're looking very busy. But what they're doing exactly, I couldn't tell you. Hopefully bringing more food and booze down here, or at least making booze. We got orders in for that? We have, that's good. Do we actually have any? Yeah, we do have a brewer, don't we? Hang on a minute. Has this got a workshop profile? We probably don't have a manager. We do have a manager. Rando's still alive, so we can still hand out orders. That's good. I should probably check the noble screen, actually. What have we got? Oof. We've got a mayor and a manager. No bookkeeper, no broker, no medical dwarf, and all of our military lads have been slaughtered brutally. It's a tragedy, but we should have seen it coming. Turn a British analog clock upside down. I think it's India time or something like that. Oh, interesting. Well, that must be... How could that work if it's on the quarter hour, though? Because if it's 12 o'clock here, then that theory would say it would have to be 6 o'clock at India. It'd have to be like a perfect 12-hour gap, wouldn't it? And hang on a minute, if it's 6:15, and then you turn it upside down, then suddenly it's 11:45. Oh, my head hurts. There's a special place in hell for the mathematics of time. Whenever you try and factor time into any mathematical equations, it's always a major pain in the bloody arse, because the units tend to get a bit frisky. You know, converting from hours to minutes. It's relatively basic, but if you miss one freaking step, everything gets out of whack. It's like the inches to centimetres thing that happened with NASA. Never a good sign. Unit conversion errors. Oh, hello, a dwarven child's been struck down. Excuse me. Whoa, lads. Dwarven child struck down. Where? Here. Oh my God, there's an enormous square splat of blood around the child. Oh no, who did that? It's got to be this one, right? Rovod the weaponsmith. Very drowsy, hungry, dehydrated, and a wounded right foot. That's probably the foot he used to stamp on the kid, right? It's probably like a shard of skull bones gone through the bottom of his foot, and he's limping along going, oh, should have worn bigger boots. What an idiot. God, I mean, what am I like? Should have thought about that before I stamped on the baby's head. As you do. I mean, I know I'd be much better prepared. If I was going to stamp on a baby's head, I'd get myself some solid boots. I might even strap frying pans to my feet, you know, that extra little bit of protection. They'd have to be fairly big frying pans to fit my feet in, of course, but there's no way any shards of like soft baby bone are going through that. They're getting flattened. They may even have an amusing sort of griddle pattern left on their face afterwards, or maybe their whole body. I'm actually talking about stamping on babies. Ooh, what? This is not acceptable. I have to admit, I am not acceptable. I really should be stopped. But so far no one's done it yet, so we'll just keep going and see what happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure that as long as I don't actually strap frying pans to my feet and start stamping on babies, everything's going to be fine, right? Well, let's just broaden that out a bit. As long as in no fashion do I begin stamping on babies, everything's going to be fine. I mean, also, there's a lot of things you can't do to babies. Not just these days, ever. People have always been upset about those kind of things. What am I doing? Stop talking about fucking babies. This is not the time or the place. Engaging in deep madness, scoundrel. Calm down. Get on with your life. Play a bit of Dwarf Fortress. Try and clean some of this like foamy spittle that's gathering at the corners of your mouth and get rid of it. It makes you look crazy. Not as much as talking to yourself like this. I mean, this is straight up talking to yourself, not even talking to the viewers. But hey, sometimes treat yourself. Go have a little conversation with yourself. Otherwise, no one will talk to you. And you end up bored. And that's the last thing we want, right? To be bored? Actually, no, the last thing I want is to be dead. But thankfully, by definition, it will definitely be the last thing. There's no way I'm doing anything after that, so good. Good. Help. Help. Oh, it's part of your job. Daylight savings is a nightmare. Ah, but, is it you? No, you don't. You're not the one who works in the gambling. No, you're not the guy who works in the gambling thing, are you? You have a... I forget what you do, Fuzzy Logic. I apologise, but it's interesting to find out. Well, how do you deal with time zones in your day-to-day? What's the deal there? Are you responsible for the flux capacitor production line? Is that what happens? Oh, is you? I thought so. It makes sense. Anyone who's working on like online websites and stuff for a worldwide audience, time's got to be a problem.
Time's not on your side. No, it's not.
Man, I can't sing. I'm very bad at it. And the game's paused itself. Why is that? And there's been another interruption from a goblin. Interrupted by a boa. Oh. Okay, so here we've got a goblin recruit causing problems. And that cursor is here. However, I don't see the goblin recruit. Is it in the trees? Is the goblin recruit in the trees? It doesn't look like the goblin recruit is there at all. I'm seeing no goblins, but I am seeing crazy dwarves beating each other down in the notifications. So, Daylight savings in North America changes at a different time of year to Europe. That's awkward. They also seem to have all of the same holidays on different days. Like Mother's Day, totally different part of the year. I don't even register Father's Day in America. Do they celebrate that in the same way as Mother's Day? I try to avoid Father's Day. I keep thinking, you could buy me a gift, or we could keep that money. Now, that'd be handy, wouldn't it? Money? Oh, imagine all the things you could do with money. Quite a bit more than you could do with a Father's Day gift. I mean, a cuddle's enough. I'm really quite satisfied with a cuddle. I don't need anything else, especially not a card. Oh, cards, they drive me mad. What is it with cards? Birthday cards, Christmas cards. Fucking every time something happens, you're supposed to send a piece of fucking paper to everyone you know. Fuck off. I'm not sending you a card. No way. I have sent occasional cards in my life. I remember as a kid in primary school, I'd send Christmas cards to all my classmates. And we went through this whole rigmarole of putting them into a class postbox and then at the end of the day getting them out and everyone getting their cards delivered, which I always thought would just, just hand your cards out to each other. Why do we have to humiliate the unpopular kids? That's not fair. Oh, look, Billy's got 100 cards from every child in the year. Oh, but Gary, you've only got one card, and it's from your mum. And it says, "Dear Gary, I fucking hate you. Don't come back from school." And, that kid, that's not fair on them, is it? Don't read their mum's fucking anti-Christmas card out in front of the class. That teacher's got problems. That teacher needs to fucking get checked. Get some extra training. It's unacceptable behaviour. God damn, someone should call the teachers' union. No, cards desperately irritate me. It adds up like an expectation. The Christmas expectations escalate every year. It's like, oh, have we sent a card to so-and-so? Oh, somebody didn't send me a card. If you never send cards, nobody ever expects a card from you, and that whole thing never becomes an issue. You never have to worry about it. It's not a problem. Cards. Then again, I can be a bit of a Grinch sometimes. Maybe I should cheer up. Maybe I should stop being such a miserable bastard. Or maybe I'm right. Think about that. Maybe I'm right. I can dream. One day I'll be right. One day maybe something I vote for will happen. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? What a wacky world that would be. So far, nothing has ever gone my way. So brilliant. But whatever. Let's not get political. That's stupid. I mean, it's one thing to talk about stamping on babies in frying pan shoes, or, talk about dwarves licking vomit from peaches, or all the various disgusting things I've mentioned today, but start talking about politics. That's just suicide. That's madness. Don't do that. Yeah, my vote counts towards the side that doesn't get to get anything for it. No, I do vote. Don't get me wrong. I vote. It's just literally nothing I've ever voted for has happened. It's always been other people going,
Actually, I think you'll find my opinion is more important than yours because I paid less attention.
No, I'm being arrogant there. I shouldn't say that. I mean, it's what I think, but, saying it is arrogant. I should probably keep my mouth shut. Come on, what are you doing, scoundrel? You're heading into dangerous territory. You've just deftly dodged the minefield of potential woes from baby abuse and stuff like that. And what are you doing? You're just dancing into the political arena like some kind of fuck-witted maniac.
I like trouble. There's nothing like it. It's brilliant.
If you're talking about Brexit, then I don't think you're being arrogant. It's not just Brexit though, is it? It's like literally everything. The world turns around and goes, we want to choose something, we want to make a decision, we're going to ask everybody's opinion. And they ask my opinion, and everybody else is like, fuck off, you hippie, stop it. I'm not a hippie. I've just got long hair. The two are they're not guaranteed to go together. Still, never mind. What can you do apart from sort of grumble sourly? I mean, there's a lot you could do, but quite a lot of it is very risky and probably not morally acceptable, I would say. I mean, goes quiet, stops, thinks, shut up, scoundrel, shut up, you're getting even worse. They only actually ask you, then say the other guy won. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's the thing. Maybe part of it is because I refuse to engage in tactical voting. I feel like if I'm going to vote, I'm going to vote for what I actually want, not just, vote for the lesser of two evils. I mean, in some instances, certainly, you have to just swallow the smaller spoonful of shit. I mean, when you go to the buffet and all the little buffet bowls contain turds of various kinds, you just look for the driest, most non-fragrant, swallowable pellets of shit. Just grab some rabbit shit, like a fistful of Smarties or Skittles or something, swallow it down as quick as you can and get it over with. You don't look around and go, oh, look at this beautifully aged 4-month-old dog turd. It has a wonderful white patina that you can crack and see the soft filling inside. That's not how you eat shit. You eat shit as little as possible and with, as little danger as possible. Danger? Where am I going with these metaphors? This is a very bad evening. I apologise to everybody watching. This is possibly my worst stream ever. Not just in terms of its graphic depictions of poo-based activities and all that madness. We're back. Yeah, but where are we back to, though? We're back to a bad place. We're back in the cul-de-sac of the brown corner. That's where we are. Still, never mind. I tried, those of you who are in the Discord will know that. That's probably everybody here, to be honest, isn't it? Yep, looking at it. I actually tried to do a visual representation of the triangle of Twitch trouble. But it turns out pink is an incredibly dominant colour over black and brown. It just sort of makes the whole thing go a slightly pinkish shade of grey. The hillocks of rim crystal has been founded. Nearly a day's travel to the west and incorporated into your holdings. There we go. Resume the action. There's been very little dwarf fortressing going on my part here. I've just been watching my dwarves scuttle forwards and backwards, trying to gradually bring back the balance of food. Let's have a look at the kitchen now. How are we doing? Seeds, drinks, meat, fish. It's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse and worse. For some reason, the food levels aren't going up. I mean, it could be the mouth to food source ratio. That's definitely going to be an issue, right? We're not going to get away with just not having enough people making food. So maybe I should go and look at my farms. How are my farms doing? Well, we've got a farmer, but he appears to be quite upset. What's wrong with you, Jethro? Let's have a little look. He's harrowed. Oh, great. What does harrowed even mean? It's definitely a bad state. It's definitely stopping him from doing anything, but I don't even know what kind of mood he's in. Is he mourning something? Is he scared of something? Is he disgusted? Well, whatever he's doing, he's in the farm, so maybe he's doing farming? I don't know. We'll leave him to it. Because I'm pretty much watching over the slow decay of the mental state of the fortress right now. If I do another population check, we have gone down to 69 dwarves from 77, so they are dropping like flies. And the number of dwarves who are unhappy is, oh my goodness, it's skyrocketing. What have we got here? 35 now. The majority of the dwarves in the fortress are unhappy. Nobody is ecstatic, but 3 dwarves still remain happy. Ficod Cabzuntir, Datan Satlocum, and Moral Lorbamerson. Oh, and Rando, you've popped your clogs. You're dead. Only Clay Cree remains of the named dwarves. This is decay. Maybe that's why I'm talking so scatologically and darkly today. Maybe it's just the scent of death on the air. Smell that? That's the smell of a dying fortress. Normally it can only be detected by specially trained dogs who then tell the physician and they scan and go, oh yeah, it's definitely cancer. But in this instance, I've managed to kick up such a terrible stench in the terms of urban decay that I can smell it myself. I don't even need a doggo schnoz. I just need to open up my own nostrils and suck in a bit of air to feel that fetid stink dancing over my olfactory receptors. Disgusting, but familiar. Like the... Jesus Christ, scoundrel. Don't say that out loud. That'll get you ostracised. Earn you nothing but a pariah's badge. There we go. Big gulp of water to keep the thoughts inside my head. And another quick jump over to the therapist just to check the rate of deaths. Because if we've already lost another person, we haven't yet. It's still holding fast at 69. And I mean, that does make the fort a little bit sexier. Sure, it's covered in vomit and ashes, and there's dismembered body parts all over the place, but that doesn't mean nobody will find it sexy. I mean, just the number 69. At a certain age, many boys can be turned on just by that number, going, oh, 69 you say? 69 what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anymore. Excuse me, I have to go to the toilet. Right, well, we've got another load of migrants. Or, probably more accurately described, idiots. Then again, maybe they've been misled. Maybe they're not fools. Maybe they've just been lied to. Oh no, who's been telling them this place is great? Somebody must have done. Either that or where they're coming from is awful. I mean, moving here doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless you're coming from somewhere where the vomit is now knee deep and the ashes are still falling from the sky and all the children are dead and everybody's infertile, etc, etc. Hello, Rices009, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. I think we're seeing the latter days of the fortress, to be fair. This is not going well. Everything has really started to grate. We've got a ghost out here. I didn't even realise we had a ghost. It's not even in the fortress. It's just hanging around the ponds. Probably a fisher dwarf, right? Mistum Nanirinish, the ghostly cop. It's a ghostly cop. Whatever that means. Somebody here is not happy either. What's this lad up to? Is he in some kind of foul mood? He's also harried. Harrowed. You're a miserable bastard, Harry. Different film. Alternate dimension Harry Potter. Too many jokes going through my mind there that just were too blue for Twitch. Leave it alone, scoundrel. Just stop it. Your mind's in a bad place. If you keep this up, you're going to have to stop streaming. Oh, but me? Come on. Let me just stream a bit longer. No, not if you're going to be like this. Not if you're going to be a rude boy, a sweary boy, shaming your mother like this. Oh, mind you, I think she's probably numb to it now. The part of her brain that feels shame's probably been burned away. But then again, maybe she doesn't watch the stream. Probably not, to be fair. Probably not. Computer games, not really her big thing. So, is any of this crap going to get moved? Oh, I need to reclaim it all, don't I? Let's do that. D, B, and is it C? Yes, it is. And we'll reclaim everything out here and all the way down into our place like so. There we go. That should yield a few people picking stuff up. No, the number of idlers remains unchanged. Nobody gives a shit about picking up your stuff, scoundrel. Everybody thinks you're an idiot. Put your commands up your bum and piss off. We're not having it. Poor haggard ghost. Yeah, how does a ghost get haggard? Surely once you're spectral, all that kind of thing just stops being an issue, right? We all fell into the lava. Not yet. Not yet. Although I get the feeling that some people are going to start going in soon. We've got enough people tantruming that the idea that no one's getting pushed into the lava is pretty optimistic, to say the least. Although the population's gone up to 90 dwarves again. Holy mother of moly. How many were in that last wave? Sorry, I'm in Dwarf Therapist. 24? 24 crazy dwarves. Does give us a mason back. Then again, we've already got masons. We just don't have our good mason. That's the problem. We don't have our Perry. Let me take you over to the fortress as well. Let's go to Therapist together. Let's all hold hands and look at the stats. This guy's good. Hunting, trapping, and small animal dissection. Oh, no, sorry, I was wrong. He's not good. He's a bit poo, actually. What's this job here? Metal crafter. Oh, he's not bad at it, though. Look at that. Metal crafting 15. It's pretty decent. How's the military skills looking? We've got one dwarf with kills, Pivo Sunsage, the Whirling Hill, the elf, and Toulon Tame Bodice, the dwarf. Killed a dwarf and an elf. He killed the dwarf, and then 20 years later, I think, where is that, 20 years later? 30 years later, he killed the elf. Interesting. What brought that on then? Obviously did it with a bow, because this is the only combat skill he's got. This guy here, what's he good at? 11 dodging. Ooh, he's a bit of a dodger. He's also not bad at ambushing and shooting. Oh, I see. He's a hunter. That's how come he's got so good. Except he hasn't killed anything. And that actually shows all the hunting kills, doesn't it? So that's a bit weird. He's got very good with that bow without killing anybody. Must be target shooting, I suppose. It's the only natural explanation. Something fell into the upper left corner, is sizzling and smoking. That's been going for a while, to be honest. That's been going for a while. A few episodes ago, something fell in and it just started... that's the wrong screen. It just started sizzling. I'm thinking there was a lad hanging on here, like just gripping onto the sides of the wall, while a goblin looked down at him. But I think he got out. I think he escaped. I mean, I'm assuming he did. I've got no real idea. I don't actually know anything like that. Got a lot of dead trolls knocking around as well, I notice. I suppose they got into the fortress. We had to kill them. There wasn't really much we could do in terms of defending ourselves there. I mean, we could have made the bridges better. That would certainly have defended us better, but unfortunately, I didn't do that, did I? I was a Wally. I was a bloody Wally. 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 Sorry, getting lost in a little Pixar moment there. Yeah, this has been sizzling for God knows how long, so there must be something in there that's not actually burning. I see this iron spear, iron shield, iron mail shirt, that's all sitting there. Honestly, I didn't expect iron to be magma safe. This must be all the goblins that fell in, right? The internal goblins have been removed through heat, but all the iron stuff is still there. Wally, find Waldo! You know, I'm presuming you're talking about the Where's Waldo books, which in the UK are actually called Where's Wally. They're not called Where's Waldo, which is quite confusing when you have people from transatlantic positions talking about those books. They get very confused very quickly. Very confused. I don't know why either. How is the name Waldo any more common than Wally? I mean, they're both pretty out there names, right? Would you call your kid Wally? I mean, would you? I mean, the only positive interpretation of that name I can think of, and it's not even that positive an interpretation, is that it's the name of a very large gherkin that you buy at a fish and chip shop, which I like. I love a Wally. Oh, I do love a good gherkin with my fish and chips. But that's the only positive interpretation of Wally that I can think of. Other than that, it's just a daft lad. The same unnecessary renaming of characters as with Donald and his nephews. What? Donald Duck? Donald, what? Huey, Dewey and Louie? Are they not called that elsewhere? I mean, I can understand in a country where they speak a different language giving characters different names. That makes sense, But when two countries speak the same language, why change the names? Doesn't seem to make any sense. It's like Snickers and Marathon and Opal Fruits and Starburst. What was all that about? Why change it? Market testing, probably. Some kind of survey. Oh, come on, everybody. Let's get this fortress going. What's happening here? What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I remember what we were doing. We were tickling candy, weren't we? We were having a fun old time tickling candy. Although now, I don't think we have any dwarves who can mine, so this is probably going to be a bit pointless. Are you going to dig out the candy? Please dig candy, it's not stone. It's some kind of metal dwarves. No? Nope, we apparently don't have any miners. I'm going to go to a therapist and check that for a fact. So I thought we did. But apparently not. Sorting by nothing. Looking at mining. We have one dwarf with 2 mining skill. Okay, that's not acceptable. I'm gonna add a few dwarves with mining skill. There we go. Now get down there and mine, you novices. Mine the most dangerous material in our fortress. Get down there and swing your picks. They don't seem to be coming though. The Swedish chef is Norwegian in Sweden. Oh, that's got a Norwegian in Sweden. I'm a Norwegian in Sweden. Oh, I'm Norwegian. I'm a Norwegian. I'm a Norwegian in Sweden. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. What do they call Sting in Sweden? Sting? That's terrible. That's a terrible joke. Absolutely appalling. Very racist. Banned. Banned for life. That's me. Permanent Twitch ban. I should stop saying things like that. I should stop calling for my own banning. Someone will pay attention and go, "You're all right, no problem. You're banned. Hooray! Never come back." He sounds exactly the same and they love it. Well, there you go. Easy to get out of. To be fair, I think the Swedes, I mean, when people are sort of like taking the piss out of Sweden, they're probably sitting there going, "Exactly, but I am Swedish. I don't care what you think. My country is lovely." So that's my terrible Swedish impersonation. It's not like they're probably going, "Oh yeah, our country's terrible. Fantastic. Actually, we like it, so fuck off." But, same, a lot of countries like that, like Japan. People say things about the Japanese. I don't think they care. I don't think they give a fuck. They've got their anime. They're happy. It's all good. Got a few more bits of adamantine we can dig out here. So why no miners? That's what I'm wondering. I've just enabled a load of people with the mining skill, and they're not doing it. In fact, they're doing diddly squat. I'm going to disable all their other skills. I want more adamantine. We've had some sad sack run out and use it all for making spikes and other stuff. So we need to get you people down there and actually digging that stuff. It needs to be removed from the ground. It can't stay there forever. I mean, some of it has to, obviously. We don't want clowns coming out of the circus and gibbering all over the place. But, we just want to get enough together for a suit of armour, and then it's all hunky-dory. Tickety-boo. Tickety-boo. Right, excuse me, I'm just dragging my mouse cursor over boxes in Dwarf Therapist. It won't be much longer. And commit. There we go. The miners have nothing else to occupy their time now. Hopefully they'll come down and start digging, even if they have to do so with their bare hands. Which I will admit is probably not the best strategy for getting adamantine out of the ground. you're going to want to use some form of weapon. Well, weapon? Tool. Tool's probably a better word. I suppose technically a weapon is a tool. It does a job. It's just a tool of, fighting and killing. Oh, here we go. Somebody's actually taken a job. Very exciting. Oh, he says, yawning, taking away all the sincerity from the statement. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. Oh, yeah, that's not a yawn. I'm literally producing fountains of jizz. That's not true. That's not true. Because, producing a fountain is insane. That's not the actual squirt that comes out. That's an actual machine, an actual installation designed to squirt that stuff. So, having an actual fountain come out of me would be very odd. Very weird indeed. Here we go. Here's our first miner. Probably shouldn't use the word jizz fountain and miner in the same paragraph again. That's going to cause trouble. The hillocks of Stirlances has founded half a day's travel to the northeast, west, and incorporated into your holdings. Can't even read directions anymore, can I? That's not a good sign. Keep digging, lads. Get that adamantine out of the ground and into our stockpiles. Get that blue shit out of the wall. Get that blue shit out of the wall. Diggy 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 dig dig. Diggy 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 dig dig dig. And we can also dig that one out as well, can't we? It's all good. Oh, pardon me. I think the Swedish chef actually probably gets away being converted into being the Norwegian chef in Sweden as well, because it doesn't actually sound like anything like a Swedish person. It's just like gibberish. So, I mean, it translates anywhere. Or rather, doesn't translate. I'm not sure. There we go. Also, I mean, what stereotypes are you? If you're going to upset the Swedish, what are you going to come at them with? What are you going to say to them that's going to upset them? Ah, look at you, you tall, blonde bastard. You good-looking git. It's just not going to work, is it? I suppose statistically, not all Swedes can be good-looking, right? There's got to be a few turnips in amongst the Swedes, right? That's what they say, though, isn't it? People say they're all good-looking. I don't think I've actually ever heard someone say that. Now that I think about it, I've actually maybe never heard that said before. Just, somehow inferred it. Nah. I think I've mentioned it before. I used to live with a Swedish person. Flatmate. I say flatmate, it was a housemate. We had an actual house, but still. Same concept. Same concept. Keep digging. Come on, get that adamantine out of the ground. Oh, still loads of people starving and dehydrating. There's not much we can do about that unless traders turn up or our farmers miraculously start taking up the slack. But I can't see that happening rapidly. Part of me is deeply tempted to tap that candy just a little bit too hard. Sounds like I'm talking about some kind of stripper, doesn't it? In a most crass way. Trust me, I'm not. Keep digging. Keep digging. Get those gems out as well. I wonder how people got that turnip Swede grown. Well, I think you have to be from a country where the names for turnips and Swedes are turnips and Swedes. Because if you're not, which I'm guessing probably the Americans have a different names for turnips and Swedes. Because if they call courgettes zucchinis and fucking what's that shit they call cilantro? It's not parsley. Oh Christ, I can't remember the actual name for it over here now. I can see the leaves. Coriander. Coriander, they call it cilantro. What's that about? Why you need a new name for it? What are you doing, mate? What are you changing the name for? Why are you changing that? Keep it the same. International standards. What are you doing? Come on now. Bloody hell, what are you playing at? We distinguish between the leaves and the seeds. Ah, okay. So the cilantro is the seeds and the coriander is the leaves. I do like coriander, I have to admit. I will literally eat like mouthfuls of it. I also like parsley. I always eat that on my plate as well when there's some on the side. People tell me it's like not for eating, but I'm sure, like, why would you put it on the plate then? If they're putting stuff that's not supposed to be eaten on their plates, what's up with this restaurant? Come on. That's not right. That's all sorts of wrong. Oh, look at all this free candy. As I'm saying, I was getting slightly tempted to bash through the candy wall, but oh, sorry, that was a belch of ecstasy for a moment there. I apologise. Can we go up? Oh my, even more candy. Well, I won't say no. Coriander is the seed. Swedes are rutabagas in the US. Honestly, there's not a lot of turnip consumption going on here. Well, I don't know. I mean, I can't say... I mean, I think I've only ever consumed turnips in pre-packaged, like, stew veg. You know when you buy a pack of veg already chopped up and stuff ready just to go in the slow cooker or the pressure cooker or whatever to make a stew. That's the only time I've ever eaten turnip. I have encountered turnips, and they are mind-bogglingly hard. They've sort of got like the texture of brick. They're not the first person who discovered they were edible was a brave soul, someone truly adventurous. In the modern era, they probably would have like discovered wingsuit diving or something like that. Yeah, look, we can have these. Lovely. Lovely. Keep digging. Keep digging. Get all that sweet, sweet candy. Oh, we've had a fisher dwarf being found dehydrated. You know what? Maybe I should work these kids to the death. I'll just keep working them. Keep working them and working them. When the last one standing, just send them down to poke a hole through the adamantine and fuck the rest of the world up. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? He says, saying something appalling, as usual. You want to know how to do it safe? Well, I thought, Cupo, I was already on top of that by just going through the outside and then finding all the stuff that isn't, you know, never producing a gap into the void. But if you have a stronger play, I'm interested. I am intrigued, Cupo. You can carve fortifications into candy. But can you then mine that? Or is that fortification now no longer like load bearing? Not load bearing. Does it no longer yield any ores or whatever? Someone's been interrupted by a beak dog. What? No, a planter's gone berserk. Let me quickly check the therapist, because it now actually might be time to tap that candy. Oof, we've lost 10 people since that last migration wave came in. Let me just take a look at the state of mind of our dwarves. The happiness levels are as followed. We still have 2 dwarves who consider themselves happy. We have 18 who consider themselves fine. We have 26 who consider themselves unhappy. And then in the very unhappy gang, there's 19. And in the miserable gang, we have 16. So it's definitely a pretty miserable fortress. Nobody's hopping and skipping through the fortress going, yay! It's another day in Carnage Girders, where happiness falls from the sky. Of course, we are underground, so it doesn't matter if it falls from the sky, because it can't get to us. So maybe we should carve some... You can mine it and see behind. Well, that's interesting. Maybe we should give some of this fortification carving a go, experimentally only, of course, not for full production. I'm going to do it. Designate smooth. Smooth that bad boy there. Well, can you carve fortifications without smoothing? F, capital F. Can I do that? There? You've got to smooth it first. All right. We'll get on with it then. Get that thing smoothed. Here we go. We're just waiting for things to happen. Is this one guy going to be the only one who actually does anything down here? There's supposed to be a load of miners, but apparently they don't really care about coming down here and digging stuff out. It's not on their to-do list. There we go. Keep digging. I'm just going to check what happened there. I'm seeing a rabbit. Oh, hang on. Someone's trader looses a roaring laughter, fell and terrible. Uh-oh, Ushat's about to go and kill someone, but he is going to make something relatively snazzy. So let's follow him and see how it plans out. We can go back down to the adamantine later. Who are you killing, sir? Who's your choice for making this fell item out of? Oh, hello. Straight to the butcher's shop. He's claimed the butcher's shop. Oh, my. Okay. Keep going. Show me more. Tell me more. He's taking a long time, isn't it? Let's follow him again. What are you doing? Why are you just standing there? Just going to hang out and do nothing, are you? Oh, no, he's off. Look, he's decided. Now I strike. Let the killing commence. Come on. No? Just going to sort of dance around in the miasma baffle. Oh, bosh! He killed him straight away. Not even a how's your father? Let's have a look and see how he did it. The peasant is fighting. Is that the one we want? Or is it this one? I think it's this one. Punches the peasant in the head. Okay. It's a fairly traditional way to dispatch someone with the in the Cryptbeards style. Oh, hello. Did someone come to take the body, or no? They just came along and hung out there. He's taking the dwarf to the butcher's shop. It's a good sign. Increases the chance of a cool item being created. And they've begun the mysterious construction already. Oh my. They don't muck around, do they? Let's head up a bit, see if we can find that bit that's been smoothed. Have they actually done any smoothing? Doesn't look like it. The order's in, but nobody's come down to actually execute it. Still, they'll come down here. They'll get here. Don't panic. It's a long way from the main fortress. It's the long way. It's a long way to Tipperary, etc. So where is Tipperary? Is that Ireland? Or America? Sounds Irish. Sounds like somewhere in Ireland. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. And I will almost certainly be wrong again. I hope I am, because me never being wrong again indicates to me the fact that I am about to die. So, yeah, careful does it. Careful does it. Choosing a victim is hard. Give him a second. That's right. A killer needs to consider all the options. You can't just walk out onto the street and kill the first person to cross your path. That's just not the done thing. You need to develop a style and a reason. You have to have like a method for killing people. That's how all the good serial killers do it. Then again, he only wants the one person for the bits to make the item, doesn't he? He's more of a one-off killer rather than a serial killer. Like a one-off Ed Gein. Come on, people, dig this out. This does look like a rather large deposit, though, doesn't it? I reckon we could get quite a bit out of here, right? I reckon we could clean this out pretty nicely. We haven't got that fortification carved yet, but it's coming. Someone will get down here, or will they? Let me see and make sure we've got somebody with stone crafting. Stone detailing activated. Anybody? Yeah, we've got a few people with it activated, actually. I'm going to disable their other skills, though, because otherwise they will end up just doing other things, and I don't want them doing other things. Obviously, I want them doing the things I want them to do. Oh, excuse me, I'm overhearing Dwarf Therapist doing stuff, don't worry. Oh, I noticed that the item's been created. If you'll just indulge me a moment, I'll finish disabling all these labours, and then we'll see how it pans out. Give me a sec. Nearly there. One more row of hauling labours to disable, and Commit. There we go. I'm coming back now. Don't worry. Tipperary is a whole county, and it's a major city in Ireland, apparently. Ah, well, there you go. I thought I'd heard it before. Ushat outside the song I meant. Ushap Akrulakum, trader, has created Taronal Sitish Set Nakdakas, a dwarf bone ring. He offers it to the organised salves. Thank you? I mean, sure. Yell Menace the Buzzard of Colour. Ooh, it's worth nothing. Oh, we don't have an appraiser, do we? This is a dwarf bone ring. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with dwarf bone. Very boring. Very shit. I have half a mind to execute that guy for tedium. How dare you be so boring? How dare you reap such quotidian rewards? Quotidian rewards? I used the wrong word. I got myself into a verbal cul-de-sac there. I had something to say, I used the wrong word and went, oh shit, how do I pivot this? How do I make this sentence make sense? I can't. Shit. So let me check the population numbers. How's things going? We had 77 adults and 5 children. We still have 77 adults and 5 children, which is interesting because someone has been murdered to make a ring. So, presumably they've been replaced. But there's no babies, so it can't have been a babby placement. Oh. A vile force of darkness has arrived. What have we got here? What have we got? Hammer Dwarf? Wait a... These are dwarves. Wading through the apricot leaves. This is unacceptable. Why have we got dwarf on dwarf action? That's not good. Oh well, it would appear that we are now at what would almost certainly be the end of days. Let's get everyone in the burrow. Let's pause. Come on, everybody indoors. Don't let these dwarves get you. Don't let these new boys hack you up. It's not on. We don't want it. We're not going to accept it. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, there's no way the microphone didn't pick that up. Hopefully my nose went... Oh God, here we go. Hopefully this won't obscure my voice. I've got my t-shirt over my nose, and it's a marvellous way to filter out the odours of anus that can sometimes fill a room. Like pubs these days. People are all like, oh, it's lovely, nobody's smoking. But I used to love the smell of stale beer and cigarettes. The smell of a pub when you could still smoke in them was something it was like a delight for me. If I could get like a can of that smell, I'd spray it directly into my nose. I loved it. And now it smells of farts and sweat and disgusting people. I know it's not the most popular opinion in the world, but I think someone should be professionally employed to smoke in pubs. Dark goblin raised dwarves. Oh shit, I got distracted staring at the screen there. Right, they're on their way up, and I think the only people outside now are crazies or mortally wounded. So let's pull this lever. Bang. Add task. Pull now. There we go. Close it off. And I'm going to focus on this goddamn candy. Dark goblin raised dwarves. This is why you protect your kids from goblin snatchers. Yes. Or, well, this is why we should protect our kids from goblin snatchers, but in fact, barely put any effort into protecting them at all because, fuck it, eh? It's not a problem. Just let it go. So, right, okay. Let's dig. Get rid of that one. Take that one out. Take that one out. This is a big old piece of candy. But with these dwarves at the top, these filthy goblin-raised dwarves, I feel like maybe just breach the candy and let the clap. This fortress is a mess. I mean, look at it. Are we really thinking develop this further? Or should we just accept that Cryptbeards 19 is the fortress and this one never will be? I mean, open up the candy? What do we say, people? Do I pull the switch? I remember we've been here before, though, haven't we? Do you remember the last time I had this situation? I had a load of adamantine exposed, and I was like, oh, shall I let the clowns out? And everyone went, yeah, let the clowns out. Yeah, destroy the fortress. And for fucking love nor money, we couldn't find an entryway into the circus. We're just hacking away at all the unsafe candy and realising, oh, it's just free candy. Where's all the pain and the woe and the misery and the worry? Whoa. Still not done the smoothing to do the fortification. It's going to take a bloody while. 43 frames per second. Well, now they're inside, we don't need to have the thing on, do we? We can take off the alert. There we go. Someone just shout for me. Oh no, I think I heard the fridge do something. Free candy? Struggle it out. Make them happy. Are you insane? The hillocks of oil coal has been founded a day's travel to the northwest and incorporated into your holdings. Well, cool, I think. There, I enter to close the window. So what do we do about these bastard dwarves? Got some gobbos with them. And well, we could try doing the switch flipping thing again, but it's not. It didn't work excellently last time, did it? In fact, it was a bit shit. And we don't have the food to hold out. Okay, well, it looks like it's switch flipping. Switch flipping. Switch flipping. Let's do it. And pull. Now, bang. Right. Pop the lever. Let that bridge down. There's not so many. Oh, I was going to say there's not so many of them, but there does appear to be a second and a third wave heading in. Not a problem. As soon as someone flips that switch, get someone to flip it again, and hopefully we'll end up with a load of dead goblin-raised dwarves. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Be lovely. Best thing ever. Okay, they flipped the switch. The gobbos are on the move, right? Come on, everybody. Flood the gates. Get in here.
Get over here!
Do I do it? Do I flip the switch as soon as there's people standing on this one? Nah, look, let them pile in a bit. Our dwarves can run. Okay, they're moving in pretty damn fast. Let's add a new task. Pull the lever and do it now. There we go, bang. It's going to kill somebody, right? Some of these lads are going to go ping into the air. Some of these are going to go down a hole. Come on, go down the hole, go down the hole. Go down the hole. Go down the hole, dwarves. Is anyone pulling the lever, or has this become an issue now? Ah, shit. They've got one of their lads on the lever. Ah, well, it was a risky gambit from the get-go. Is this going to happen? Is anyone going to pull that lever? Is anyone going to get in there? Nobody's really going for it. It does look like one of their lads are guarding it. Did someone just get to it? No, they flooded it. I think it's all over. I think the candy may have to be the failsafe. Look at those bolts flying in. Okay, well, we're doing it. We're pulling the plug. Designate. Bang. Delve deep. Delve hard, my dwarves. Actually, do we dig this one out? Let's dig that one out. There we go. And then we can remove this designation because, frankly, we don't want to distract our dwarves and get them not doing the right stuff. Come on, someone come down here. That's it, Urist. You do this shit. I'm just going to quickly check our population before anything happens any further. We've currently got 47 adults and 5 children. The population is dropping rapidly. Quickly, we must get our revenge. Oh. He wasn't going to dig. He was just heading off somewhere else. Well, that's a bit shit. Look, he's heading back up to the surface. What are you up to? You flopping great Nana. What's wrong with you? Look at this. There's a huge horde of enemies in the main entryway. And everybody's getting killed. Looks like our cage traps are sort of doing a half-assed job. We've got a few things captured. What have we got here? Dwarf in a cage. Oh, there's a dwarven child. You getting beaten to death? Oh, getting shot. I mean, who's quibbling? Beaten to death, shot, it all ends up the same way. Hello, Wazab. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I feel you may have just wandered in at the twilight moments of this fortress. We've got a siege running wild through the main entryway. I've given orders to, but have not yet had anyone enact them, to dig through the candy. We're going hardcore, full self-destruct mode here. My 18th Cryptbeards fortress proven to be a failure. And it all started so well. I'm definitely going to be still doing the verticality thing. I'm definitely going to be doing this whole vertical fortress thing again, because that was a wonder. That got everything established so quickly with so many frames a second. Fire away. I can't guarantee I'll be able to answer you correctly, but someone in chat might be able to. And if we can't answer you correctly, we can probably point you in the correct direction at least. Get you going in the vague direction of the truth. Oh, excuse me, having a stretch. Clinidev will probably know. He's a somewhat knowledgeable fella on the subject. I say somewhat. Quite knowledgeable. Yeah, it's looking a bit grim here. Oh, finally someone pulled the lever and a shitload of enemies went down the pit. Not that many by the look of it. Or have they not hit bottom yet? We've still got a goblin trotting around down here for some reason. What are you up to, lad? Why are you wandering around down here? And what happened to all the boys falling down? Whatever. Well, at least we're sealed in now. Let's see what the death toll was like. How many living dwarves are there? We had 47 last time I checked. We now have 8. 8 adult dwarves, none of whom have mining enabled. Well, that's going to change. Now they all have mining enabled. Look at this. Let's go to Dwarf Therapist and take a look. 8 surviving dwarves. One more than the initial fortress run, the 7 that came. Insanity. And we've got 2 people here who can't even do anything. Clay Cree's gone mad, and so is this Lawbam lad. Oh well. What's this pink? Oh, that's the mayor. It's the mayor. Sorry, I thought for a second we had a cursed vampire, but hey. Right, everybody, mining is the only option. No other jobs, please. It's candy time. Here we go. It's time to crack the basement candy, break the blue demonic walls, unleash the screaming horde of clowns, and enjoy the circus fall. There we go. I attempted to set some kind of sensible lyrics to the Internationale. I don't think it worked that well. Did I just cancel those? I just cancelled those fucking changes, didn't I? Well done, scoundrel. You utter prat. Commit. There we go. Now they've all got mining turned on. Holy shit, there's only 5 left. Pause. Oh, beans. We've beansed it. We've beansed it in a major way. We're not going to get to breach into hell. The goblins have won the day. Arse candles. Right, let's have a quick peek at who's left. Attending a meeting. Attending a meeting. Now that's dedication. A meeting down here in the middle of the caverns. Sure. That's exactly what your job is. You're not lying about what you're doing. Just, if you need a cigarette break, just go. Just go down there. It's fine. Okay. Right, I'm going to head back to the therapist. Sorry, I'm sitting here looking at the main game when I should be over here in therapist with you. Let me just turn off all of these other jobs and make sure they immediately head for the coalface, because otherwise we're not going to get to see any clowns. I mean, we may not actually get to see any clowns anyway, but we'll see. Right, there we go. Commit the changes. Back to Dwarf Fortress. Boop. Boop. There we go. Boop, boop. Oh, Cupo. Cupo with the Dwarf Fortress emote there. I've been using that. when I got that gift sub on your channel, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this every time now. I'm going to use the Dwarf Fortress logo all over the shop. Okay, let's find our way back to the candy. Over here, there it is. Hopefully all of our miners are heading towards the candy right now, and we'll have enough time to actually... They're going to head into the fight for picks. Rise up, you victims of the scoundrel. Grab your picks and go to work. Swing them hard at the candy. Oh my god, they're all the way down into our dining hall. I feel like this is a definite lost cause. No one's making it down here, are they? I'm going to have a quick check of the population once more. We had 5 adults. We now have... Oh, we still got them all. No, 4 adults. 2 of whom are utterly mad, including a vampire. I don't think the vampire has much hope of survival even. By the way, Claycree, if you're here, you're the last vamp standing. There's now only 3 dwarves left alive. Okay, let's go and look at the... Let's go and look at these lads, see what's going on. Over to Dwarf Fortress with me. There we go. Type in you. Erush the Mayor. Where are you, Erush? Hiding in the caverns. And Lorbam the Planter. In here. Amazing. He's not been killed yet. But hey. Okay, so let's go and watch the Mayor. Let's watch the final moments of the Mayor. Z. F. There we go, let's resume. So how are you going to spend your days, well, your hours, to be honest, minutes? Oh, it's going to the well. Makes sense. If you're thirsty, the well isn't the worst place you could go. Maybe they'll go and do some mining? I mean, it's theoretically possible. It's theoretically possible. Although the chances of getting intercepted on the way and hacked to pieces by goblinite weapons are pretty high. Where are you going? They've stopped. Why have they stopped? Or have we just lost? Oh, we've got an arrow. Hello, the game appears to have frozen. Wazab says, I want to delete Therapist and start to play without it, but I don't know how to see which job for which dwarf to choose. For example, if you embarked on a new location... Oh, Cupo knows the answer to this one. Cupo keeps saying, use this, don't use Dwarf Therapist, use this. So, I mean... Cupo will definitely be able to help you. Also, I don't know if you've already watched it, but Cupo does stream and will probably, I'm guessing, be streaming imminently as well. He's usually streaming when I finish, so keep your eyes out for that. Psst, we might raid him after the stream. It's happened before and it could happen again. Although, who knows, if the fortress falls imminently, there's a slight chance I might play a little bit of Hitman, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's unpause the action. Oh, it paused. That's why we couldn't see anything. Yeah, he's heading up to the fray, isn't he? And he's running back down again. Okay. He's turned into a bit of a cowardly custard. He's having a run away. You keep watching him. I'm going to go and check the numbers. I'm going to go and look in Dwarf Therapist. He's the only surviving dwarf. Even Claycree the vampire has been slain now. We're just waiting for the final holdout moments of the Mayor. Erush Odom Sibrek, the Mayor. Let's put my face into the picture now so we can get a good reaction shot. No? I reckon what's going to happen now is an eternal backwards and forwards where they never find him. He never gets too far from where he is now and just keeps tick-tocking backwards and forwards like a fucking atom of quartz keeping time. Come on. Where are you off to, lad? Going to come out of here? He steps onto the stairs and then immediately freaks out. What's the deal with that then? Yeah, look, he keeps pathing to pick up equipment. He can't bloody do the digging. Because he'll get to the stairs and... start running away. Well, in that case, what do we do? Let me just quickly pause once we can see the stairs, and then we'll go up and see where our nearest... Right, well, there's our nearest enemy attacking. Are they going down? Unclear. Oh, hello. I've lost the Mayor. Where's our Mayor? Where's our Mayor gone? I should use the search button, shouldn't I? Oh, here he is. Here he is. Look. Found him. Erush the Mayor. Let's follow him. Come on, Erush. Show us how it's done. Oh, straight down into the caverns. Back into the mine, of course. Why would you do anything courageous? That's not necessarily. Have him dig his own stairs. With DF Hack, you can check your unit's labours. Oh yeah, sorry, that's for Wazab, not me. Why am I responding to that? That's crazy talk. Have him dig his own stairs up. That's not impossible. You're quite right. DI, where though are? I mean, tell you what, just do it from here. I'm going to bring him all the way up to the surface and see if he flees. Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a fart's chance in hell. Farting in a hurricane. Open up my bum cheeks too far. Oh, no, that's... Where am I going with that one? This is just... Why do I keep doing this? I keep starting these little musical interludes with no thought of direction. Ah! Our strength has been broken. It's the end of the fortress. Double salute. There we go. Well, that's Carnage Girders, Dwarf Fortress number 18. My goodness, and wasn't it a ride? Started off very promising and then ended up being a little bit on the shitty side, didn't it? There was a bit of a doldrums toward the end. Hello, what am I doing there? Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted. My face. Well, I didn't even take a break today, did I? How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours and 16 minutes of recording. Those of you watching on YouTube, here's an unusual opportunity to see the end title screen. Doesn't normally come up in the videos, does it? If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. But regardless, bye! See you in the 19th one. Probably take forever. Important fact to note, I didn't publish any of these videos on YouTube until after I finished. So any of you have been leaving comments on there going, oh, you should do this. Sorry. What a waste of time. No, I shouldn't. Bye.